Mill River is actually undefeated playing against teams in their own division and below, as they lost their season opener to Division I powerhouse Rutland by only 5 points. The Hurricanes definitely came in as the underdog with 9 losses on the year, but Hartford didn't let their less than stellar record get to them, as the Canes came out ready to compete. And compete they did, when Keith Illingworth won the opening tip-off. Neither team was able to score after the first few possessions, but soon Mill River's Mike Morgan was able to score the first bucket of the game with a driving layup to put the Minutemen on top early. For the most part, it was defense that controlled the first 8 minutes of play, as both teams struggled to get quality scoring chances. By the end of the first quarter, Hartford held a small 1-point lead with a score of 10-9. The second quarter continued to be tight, as both offenses seemed to be operating at higher levels. The big difference maker was Rodney Stork, coming off the bench for Mill River, when he drilled a trio of threes to score a quick 9 points to lead his team in scoring in the first half. But Gaudette and Farnsworth also nailed shots from beyond the arc for Hartford to keep the score close. By halftime, Mill River held their own 1-point lead with a score of 25-24. It was the third quarter when the Minutemen poured on the offense, as they would score 22 points compared to Hartford's 13. McMurray nailed a couple of big threes, and so did Stork, as he continued to have the hot hand, hitting 5 straight attempts from 3-point range between the second and third quarters. Illingworth only scored 4 total points in the first half, but he was able to settle in and score 7 in the quarter. By the beginning of the fourth, Mill River held a decent 10-point lead with a score of 47-37. The Minutemen used the first few minutes to increase their lead to 16 points, but Hartford never gave up, and they were able to take advantage of missed shots and turnovers from Mill River, as the Canes battled all the way back to cut the lead to just 6 points with under 2 minutes remaining. A questionable double dribble call cost the Canes in a big way, after Illingworth stole the ball and had an easy fast break lane to the basket. This gave Mill River the ball, still up by 6. The Canes played great defense and got the ball back, but Mill River matched them with their own stellar D and made a huge stop. But it still wasn't over, after Tristan Potter stole the ball midcourt and quickly scored a layup to cut Mill River's lead to just 4. The Minutemen gave the ball to Michael Morgan, anticipating Hartford intentional fouls. Morgan stepped up to the free throw line twice, and twice knocked down both shots to extend Mill River's lead to 8. This was too much of a hole to climb out of for the Hurricanes, as the Minutemen went on to win by a final score of 64-58. Illingworth led Hartford's offense with 21 points, including 17 in the second half. As for Mill River, Morgan led all scorers with 24 points. Stork threw in 19, Nichols scored 10, and McMurray put in another 8. After the game, we caught up with Morgan and Stork to get their thoughts on the win.
I mean, definitely Rodney Stork stepped up for us big time, hitting, I think, 5 threes in the game. We were a little hesitant at times. I mean, we had some mistakes, some turnovers. We could have pulled it together better. I mean, we had a lead. I mean, I think it was 16 at one point. And we just let it slip away, but we held on for the win, and that's all that matters. I mean, it's always tough to play at Hartford. We were a little slow starting out, and we didn't really hit shots, and they were hitting a ton of them. We came out in the second half and just played better defense and started hitting shots and started to play. I thought Austin McMurray played very well with his shot, hitting threes. So did DJ Nichols, and I mean, Chad Young manned the paint, so I mean, I couldn't ask for a better performance. I think we just need to keep doing the same things that we're doing and just keep playing defense and score the ball and play the way we do.
We played pretty good basketball, I guess. Coming out in the second half, or fourth quarter, we're a little shaky. They're pretty aggressive, but we held it together. And then Mike always steps up with foul shots. We were running good offense, and they were open. You gotta make it if you're open. Austin McMurray played good as usual. Chad always, like Mike said, does good in the paint. Had a big guy on him. Well, coach says we haven't played a complete game all year. That's what we need to do if we want to win the playoff. But yeah, I think we can get it all.
Hartford fell to 8-10 overall, as the Hurricanes cling to a playoff spot. Mill River, however, improved to 18-1 overall. The Minutemen await their playoff seeding and are expected to either be the number 1 or 2 seed with Ennisburg Falls.